Hello tankers and tankettes, welcome to War Thunder. I'm actually going to show off my American tanks, and I was going to do some World of Tanks instead and show off some new vehicles that I have there, but yeah, we'll come to that. So I actually bought the Grant, and that bundle came with a bit of premium time, so I've actually fairly sped through to the second rank of American vehicles, and I've been mostly playing the American vehicles because I've actually been kind of enjoying them. I know the Lee and the Grant are a little bit OP, really, but on the other hand, it's nice to have some semi-reliable armor for a change instead of playing, the usual unpredictableness of the rest. And I've even played some planes as well, and I've actually progressed a bit on the Japanese tree. I've gotten a little bit more XP on the British planes, but mostly I've been concentrating my efforts on the Americans. So that's what I'm going to play. We're going to do some just arcade battles, and we're going to see how it goes, because I just want to get some credits. It's been interesting having premium account time on this. It's the first time I've ever had premium account time with War Thunder. The progression is a lot quicker in terms of XP. Not so much maybe credits. I mean, obviously I'm playing with premium tank as well, and it's only my second ever premium vehicle, but it's made me think that the difference between compared to just playing a totally free account is with World of Tanks it takes longer to get the credits once you get to about those mid tiers, whereas without a premium account on War Thunder it seems to take longer to get the XP. And that's even true at the lower ranks. I mean, some of the lower ranks I've been derping around in for a very long time. So we're where are we? Domination, jungle, limited respawns. I seem to be getting a lot of limited respawn battles recently. 3 capture points, so at least it's not just 1. Because when it's just 1, the teams don't seem to do very well. So I'm going to go with the Grant to start with, just because it's the Grant. There was a bit of trying to get the multiple gun thing set up. Initially was a bit annoying, but I've got some keys on my mouse buttons bound to it. So I've got one selected for just my turret, and then I've got the 75mm loaded, and then I can hit the space bar and it just defaults to everything, including machine guns. In fact, in theory I can select machine guns separately, but that hot button doesn't really seem to work. I mean, the key binding in War Thunder has always seemed a bit unreliable, to be honest. You'll go into the settings and go, right, I'll bind this key to this, and then you go into battle and just nothing happens. So I've always been, I don't know, slightly skeptical about trying to change the key bindings in this game. But the main gun selection at least works, and that's the main thing, right? Is this water I can actually... No, it is water I can go through, it's just going to take a little while. So it's quite nice having the double gun mechanism. Sometimes I don't remember to switch to the 37mm when I've got the main gun going, because the main gun's the really punchy one, but it's nice though. If somebody closes the distance and tries to get around you, unlike in World of Tanks, you can just go to your actual turreted gun and track them, and hopefully try and turn your tank at the same time, unless you're tracked yourself. So the reason why I'm showing you this instead of World of Tanks, and what I was going to do is I was going to show off the Panther 88, the Panzer IV Hydrostat, which somebody actually gifted me, as the Panther 88 was a gift as well, and possibly the T-34-3, which I bought with gold I already had while it was on discount, and it was one of the only remaining premium tanks that you can buy that I didn't actually have, the other being the Super Pershing. But I'm not buying the Super Pershing, not even on discount. So, yeah, that was the plan. And then, in an effort to get some dailies before the Dream Team starts, because that's technically December's Dream Team is today, just because obviously people were on holiday and whatever, with family and doing other things. So, what I decided to do was I would try and get a couple of dailies in, then I would do some live recording of World of Tanks. I could go away, edit it, render it, all in time for the Dream Team, because if I leave all the rendering and stuff till after the Dream Team, that means I have to stay up really rather late indeed. But in that effort to just try and get a few dailies, I played a half dozen battles over the course of probably just over an hour. In fact, it would have been over an hour. and every single one of them was a loss, and every single one of them was with teams that, you know, if you had that team kind of like one time out of every 10, then it would be a bit kind of vexatious, but 6 of them in a row was just like, what? So that was a little bit frustrating. And not only the teams, but, okay, one shot. Can I kill this guy though? Not only the teams, but matchmaking was being incredibly derpy as well. Alright, there's also a bot right in front of me, so I should probably kill that. So yeah, it was just like a couple of 4-minute losses. The rest weren't quite that bad, but it was still fairly horrendous. And there were things like matchmaking, just giving unequal numbers of artillery to each team, or putting more top tiers on one side than another. And even though sometimes in theory that benefited our team, it didn't result in like any victories whatsoever. This bot does not want to die. There we go. So yeah, that got a bit frustrating, and after that hour, after those half dozen losses, I just, like, the final straw was a game where I was trying to get my artillery daily. I know, and it put me in my tier 9 arty as the only tier 9 on our team versus an E50 on the enemy team, and it was on Ensk, which is not particularly a great map to be an artillery on anyway, especially if your team isn't particularly good. And it was just like, that was one of the 4-minute losses. Like, it was glorious for the enemy E50, I'm sure, and it was utterly terrible for me. Even though I did get to shotgun a Type 59, that part was quite funny, but no, at that point I just gave up and thought, you know what, I'm going to play something where I don't have to care quite so much. So, War Thunder it is. So, we are down a capture point at the moment. I could try and go for the C point, I suppose, but it means going over some very exposed ground to get there. We'll try it. I'll stick with the turret for now. Right, is this traversable water, or am I just going to drown myself? It's not always possible to tell. No, this is very shallow. Let's try and get to the C point, because no one's really contesting the A point. I'll give it a go. I mean, it might just be... This might all be as much a waste of time as it was with World of Tanks, but I just find that War Thunder, I just inherently care less. With the air battles, it's because it's possible to have fun even on a defeat, and that's true of moments in the ground battles as well. But in the ground battles, it's more like there's just so much randomness about whether you survive or get killed. It's like, well, it almost feels like it doesn't matter that much what you do, because so much of it is in the hands of RNG. It's somewhat like playing artillery, World of Tanks in that regard, I suppose. Yes. Anyway, I'll try and capture this point. Although, is that actually an enemy tank in? Oh, yes, there is. Right, right, no, that's not the right hotkey. Let's try and barrage that point, maybe. Can I... Oh, I like that. Somebody coming up that maybe I could shoot. It's KV1 though. Probably not going to get him with a 37mm, eh? Anyway, I don't know if I'm spotted or not. There's literally no way to know in this game if you're spotted unless somebody shoots at you. That's like your only clue. And this remains, I mean, even with a premium account, I've not progressed that far. I still haven't played that many days of War Thunder, just because it's like, I know the time's ticking down, but even so, I just can't quite bring myself to, like, put up with the randomness that much. This is not good. Right, is that KD1 within, no. It's not. I do like how they've changed that. Good flying there. I do like how they've changed the artillery thing in this. I mean, it simultaneously makes it actually easier to target what you actually want to target, because you're using a minimap to target, and it removes the inherent brokenness of the magical ladder system. So yeah, come on, repair faster. I think it was, who was it? Somebody, not Fly, but somebody, Krebs maybe, did a video where they actually did some stuff with crew skills, and it looks like, of all the crew skills that you can train, the loader crew skill for ground forces anyway, and the repair crew skill, are probably the most useful ones to have in terms of how much difference that they can make. Right, is this guy actually dead? Yes. Right. Come on, if we capture this point. I mean, we're in with the chance of getting this, I suppose. Yeah, probably not going to get that guy somehow. It'd be funny if I did shoot down on like an eye out or something. Is that somebody behind us, or...? I did have the, someone was pointing out under the Q&D videos that you have to set up proper buttons. Yeah, I have. And I actually had for the replays that I showed for that as well. That's a D50. So, sometimes I kind of, in the heat of battle, forget to change because it's like one extra thing. But it's actually... It makes the Lee... I mean, this is a totally different beast in War Thunder anyway, but it also makes it just less frustrating. Because suddenly it's like not just a tank destroyer with terrible camo anymore, it's actually a tank with options in terms of getting flanked and whatever. So, I didn't manage to get a shot in there. I'm very careful with flank fire. Hello, I'm being shot from behind, am I? Oh, back off. No, going forward actually might be the better option here in terms of not getting artillery, although that opens up my side and rear to all kinds of nastiness. But that's the thing, I mean, this is actually like, so you want to just camp in one position? Well, that's less easy in War Thunder, because, hello, point guns loaded. You can actually genuinely force somebody out of position, but they've got a chance of, right. There we go, that's one down. Yeah, this 37mm gun is actually still not totally useless. It's like, in World of Tanks terms for tier 4, it pretty much would be. But, can I, point blank range, get that, my gun is basically pointing into his tank. The physics, not really any better though, I mean, it's hard to say the physics are ultra realistic in this game. Right, have I got any guns left to fire at all? No, I would have to start reloading at this point. Doing the repair reload thing, at which point he can just get free shots into me, I guess. Right, is that gun? No, because my gun is out, my loader rather. Oh well. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. It's definitely nice at having a premium tank in terms of just everything's unlocked. Whereas grinding, I mean, especially even just the rank 2 vehicles, even with a premium account, right? I'll take the M22 as a kind of illustration of what I'm talking about. I know I'm like the 50 millionth person to have pointed this out, but in terms of, I'm sure it's 20, 30, 40, 50 times worse at the higher ranks. You don't start off with either a fire extinguisher or a repair kit. These are things you have to unlock with XP. And we're actually winning, by the way. So that XP cost goes up as the rank goes up. So it's not like it's a fixed cost every time. Like with, for instance, World of Tanks, it's literally a fixed credit cost for your fire extinguishers and whatever. It doesn't get more expensive for the higher ranks. In War Thunder it does, and that's possibly one of the things that's most putting me off going up to the higher tiers, is how utterly useless your stock tanks are, just on the basis that if you take one damaging hit or you get set on fire, that's it. Your tank is effectively knocked out for the duration, and that's got to be even more frustrating if you play a lot of, you know, if you only play realistic or whatever. That is going to be so damn irritating, because your tank is just going to be utterly like, how do you... wow, that guy got bombed. Both those guys got bombed. So yeah, that is probably one of the things that's most put me off ever going up to anything beyond kind of rank 3, maybe? In fact, probably rank 2. I mean, even with a premium account, I really don't have many rank 2 vehicles. I haven't put that much time into it. Oh, they recaptured Sector 2. Oh, that's not good. And I'm kind of out of position to do anything about it. But I might have enough speed to get down there. We're on a knife edge for this battle. Oh, we've won though. Did they run out of tanks, or did they just run out of tickets? I think they just run out of tickets. So yeah, that is like one of those game design decisions. It's like, why would you? That's how to put people off grinding the higher tiers 101. I mean, it's bad enough with the grinding world of tanks, but at least you're not blocked from using a fire extinguisher or a repair kit. It's like, why is that a sensible game design decision? Well, there we go. I've unlocked my second Sherman. I've actually got the Derp Sherman unlocked, but that's got a really high battle rating, so I've only been playing that basically on its own. I've actually not been recording that long. We'll have a go in like there we go. I can unlock the parts. I mean, for one win, it doesn't take that long at the lower ranks, but I've been told that once you get to like rank 4 and rank 5 vehicles, it's a grind just to get those unlocked, and that just seems utterly ass backwards. It really does. Should we get new shells unlocked? Adjustment of fire, suspension, brake system's probably useful for something that fast. So yeah, I will. Let's see. It was this crew here, wasn't it? Yes. Or shall I just do an arcade battle? I think we'll do an arcade battle because realistic and sims could take a really long time. We'll also see what crew skills I can put in. I think there we go. Into the loader. So we'll just do the same. I mean, it's going to mean that if this gets knocked out, my other tanks are going to be utterly useless, in which case I'll probably just wrap up the video there. But yeah, I'll just give it a go. I mean, I've only just kind of unlocked the heat shells. You start off with just pure HE, and you can do things like one-shot tigers with the HE, but it's so unpredictable. But no more unpredictable than the rest of this game, to be quite frank. So yeah. Oh good, it's everybody's favourite map, it's Corellia. Okay. So we'll just go with this. Yeah, there we go. Still some HE, but more heat than anything else, because the heat has the pen. Whereas the HE, I mean the HE is kind of, I don't know. It's pure derp, basically. So, even though we won that last one, I mean it was nice that we won, it was kind of close, I felt like I contributed there. I didn't even really look at my scores though, but I don't really care that much, to be honest, and that's one of the things why occasionally I will, you know, I don't play this that often. I just play it if I want to do something a bit different and just not care, because the amount of RNG in this game just is so damn high. It's easier not to care, really, if you get that invested. Well, I don't even know why you would get that invested, because it's just, I mean, you can do your best, you can play your smartest, and absolutely make all the right moves, but there's just so much chance of the very first shell that hits you knocking out your vehicle that I don't know, it just seems like it's easier just to derp around and not care, because it would be a bit frustrating otherwise. You know, I get enough of that playing artillery in World of Tanks. That frustration level. If I wanted that, yeah, I actually said that in some stream the other day. If I wanted this much RNG, I'd play artillery in World of Tanks. So I've got HE loaded out. That's another minor frustration. Is why could you not choose what your starting shell is? Why is it you have to fire off a round of, you know, how many, like, including the, because I've been playing this since the closed beta. How long does it take for you to decide that that's a bad design decision? I'm just not quite sure. Oh, hello. Can I'm not actually sure what I'm firing at right now. Oh. Still on menu. Right, hopefully I'm angled enough that that's not going to be an issue, but I can't actually fire my gun at all right now. Well, I've had some quite funny games in this, but for the most part it's like, oh look, I've just been killed, oh well, all of my other tanks are useless, GG. So yeah, the battle rating of this, I mean this just shows up the utter mismatch between battle rating, and there's artillery, battle rating and the actual, you know, this is one of the first rank 2 vehicles that you can actually unlock, and yet the battle rating puts it in against tigers and panthers and things like that, and it's like, what? It just makes no sense at all. And that's probably the battle rating it deserves, but why then make it one of the first rank 2s? Doesn't especially make sense, does it? No. But there's a lot of War Thunder that doesn't make sense. One more reason not to care, I suppose. Anyway, those ding marks though. They're less obvious. I like that you get more sense of like the pen holes and all that kind of thing. It's less at a glance, but you can see it. Right, can I actually... there's a 4 up there. Assist. Right, I should probably back off this position. Be nice if your reverse... I mean, I know it's probably more accurate, but your reverse speeds were a bit better in this game. I could actually just try firing some pure HE dope. I've not really had... like, I've literally only had about 2 or 3 games where I've had the heat shells unlocked that I've actually gone and played, but... of course... oh, there we go, that did some damage. HE shells just kind of hilarious. Oh, there's a KV1. Of course, you have a very high trajectory on these. Oh. That engine's out, that's not good. I think they know I'm here. There's also quite a long reload on this gun, but yeah. Oh. And again, I can't move. I'm probably just going to get artilleried in this one, but whatever. Actually, let's try heat again. So I don't know what the optimal use of heat is, to be honest, because this is the first tank. Oh, actually, so some of the low-tier Germans get heat, like the Stug. But it's much lower caliber heat, 75mm heat. I'm just trying to get a silhouette here. Oh, there's a hit. Might damage this fuel tank or something. And of course, it's a derp gun, so it's not particularly accurate. Right, we're very, very slow right now, but nobody has control of the... At least this is a single cap point map where we're actually contesting that single cap point, because a lot of these times playing the single cap point maps, and I guess it's also maybe something to do with the fact that I'm mostly doing, well, exclusively doing the lower rank games, but it's like my experience is that the team just ignores the cap point and goes and sits in the corner of the map, and then it's like GG. The enemy just gets like a free win. That's like 90% of my experience of maps where there's just one cap point. So, can I hit something? Oh, there we go. No, I just got knocked out. I think that was that would have been a crew knockout, I guess. Yeah. So that's my crew gone out, unfortunately. I can have a go with the M22, I guess. I mean, that needs the XP. I've also got some higher pen shells now, which is nice. I'm not even going to bother with that 37mm HE in this kind of battle. So we'll just go half and half. I mean, it's the nature of this map, but how am I even going to... I suppose I could try and go to the middle, maybe? Karelia's not the best designed map in the world. I'm hoping at some point they'll just take it out, but I imagine they've left it in for now just to keep up the number of maps they have available. But yeah, no, I've got fire extinguisher now at least. And did I get? I can't even remember. Did I get the parts as well, or did I only just unlock them? No, I think I actually got the parts, so it's now not totally useless. Like, if it was the same at higher ranks, where you maybe played 1 or 2 battles, like you literally needed 1 victory to get the parts and the fire extinguisher, then that would be fine. But it's just that the XP costs go up proportionally. And so, I don't even know how many battles you'd have to play in your stock Panther or Tiger or whatever, just to get the parts unlocked, or the fire extinguisher. But probably a hell of a lot more than just 1 victory. Can't remember where you can get up here. There we go. Yes, there is a way up here. So the Locust seems like a fun little tank. So, I mean, it's fun in World of Tanks, but there's probably... I'm just trying to think of the tiering. This is probably of a higher equivalent tier in War Thunder than it is in World of Tanks. But it's very hard to say, you know, oh, this is the equivalent of that, because just the whole fact that they've got the tiers but also the battle rating system, and that there can be such a mismatch as with the 105 Sherman. Like, yeah, it's one of the first rank 2 vehicles you can see, and it can see Joseph Stalin tanks, and it can see Tigers, and it can see Panthers, and wait, what? Like you can unlock that tank and then have, you know, it can be sort of effective. I've killed Tigers with that thing, but you're then left with, well, an utterly otherwise useless lineup, because even if you've got other rank 2 vehicles unlocked, it's still, oh hello. How are you supposed to, oh, he's knocked out, do anything with any of the other vehicles that you might possibly have at that point? So I don't even know what I'm doing on this map, but we do seem to be winning. I'm flanking you guys, it's what the pros do. I just don't care. The physics in this game though, it's just like, yep, that's exactly how a tank would behave. I actually, that comparison video with, did I mention that already? I can't remember if I did, but the crew skills comparison video. I thought driving skills would make much more of a difference, but comparatively not. And it's the one thing that does kind of irk me. People will go, well, it's you know, it's arcade though. It's not supposed to be. Well, yeah, but all the one-shot stuff is exactly the same. I mean, I don't know if it is exactly the same actually. There might be some hidden mechanics with. If only I had some arty cooldowns, that would be a nice bit of. Drops Marty on their heads. But yeah, the pen mechanics and the one-shot mechanics, like, they feel the same. They might not actually be quite exactly the same between the different game modes, but oh, hello, yeah, I think they know I'm here. It just seems slightly silly that the handling is the one thing that should be so radically different between the game modes. Like, it makes more sense in the air battles that it would be more forgiving, but this isn't more forgiving, this is more, I don't even know, it's like Ridge Racer but with tanks. And it's most of the time it's just kind of derpy, but it can be sometimes downright annoying, because I've had situations where literally I've been, oh hello, that's an ISU, let's get away from that. I have been sitting stationary, nudge my W key, and this actually happened, and there was a building in front of me, so I just nudged the building at like, what, a kilometre, 2 kilometres an hour? Bam! Your driver has been knocked out. Like, what? Yeah, no, really, War Thunder, really? Yeah, I might even try and pull that out and put it up as a clip, because there's not that much else going on right now. If the replay will work, I'm not sure if there was a patch since that point. It may not. Oh well, we just seem to be winning this by, yeah, I'm at least not. What the enemy team is doing right now? Oh yeah, wait, you can't go that way. What the enemy team is doing right now is my usual experience of just not contesting the cap point. Right, the SU-152's there. I might actually be able to, like, drive up behind him. Light tank versus, if I can get the drop on him, maybe? But yeah, it's nice to be on the other side of that kind of team for a change, and not be on the team that just utterly refuses to acknowledge that there's a cap point, and instead wants to just camp in a corner. And oh, hello, that's an F2. And there's the SU. Well, probably rip me. We know what an SU shell's going to do to me. Hello! Just your friendly neighbourhood. This mobility, man. Run away, run away. That driving. No, I didn't want to do that. Come on. Go faster, go faster, go faster. I mean, it's so much easier to, like, if you're trying to look behind you to see if somebody's catching up or whatever, it's so much easier to just smack into stuff and not mean to. Just with the amount of sliding that goes on. I really wish they would tone that down in arcade. I know it's arcade, but even so. That kind of makes the experience more frustrating for me often than it should be. Right, if I can get behind this guy. Ah, no, no! Literally playing cat and mouse with an SU-152 right now. No, don't want to go into that rock! No, he's coming behind me. This is incredibly silly. I'm just doing laps here, trying to maybe get behind this guy. Right. He's going to expect me to go round. Oh, hello, there's that F2 again. Can I get a shot into him? I don't know. Kill assist, that's always nice. Even if you don't get, like, with a... Oh, that's a big crater. It's like just on a crater effect. Even if you don't get... I mean, sometimes it can be a bit like, you think, why didn't I get the kill? I shot somebody half a dozen times, somebody else shoots them, bam, they get killed by that first shot. But if you're in a lower rank vehicle and you at least score a hit, and you had little chance of actually killing them, it's nice that you can then get an assist out of that. Oh, the SU's dead. No, he's not dead, he's looking this way! Oh, he's damaged though. Oh, Christmas! Christmas, hello! Can I actually pen him? Like, literally anywhere. No, I'm not sure that I actually can. Should we try the higher pen shells? Oh, I don't even get to oh, never mind. I was like, oh no, he's looking this way, he's not wrecked, I'm so dead, but we will anyway. So, yeah. That was an interesting end to that battle. So you do make some more credits, but it seems to be the XP that you get the biggest boost from for using a premium account. So, yeah. That was actually not awful. I was second place on that team somehow. But the enemy team literally just let us cap. Like, the actual scores were fairly even. But, yeah. Anyway. Oh, and I will say, oh, I'll just do the research. Let's see what's left to research on this. Engine, transmission, or just finish them by the lot. That's the M22. Let's see. Brake system. No, that's the credit symbol, not the research symbol. Yeah, you might be wondering why I changed my all my tanks. I've actually put 66 on all of them. Well, you know, just all I'm going to say is Order 66. Never forget. I remember. It was a dark day, and somebody has to remember it because. Yeah, it was just it was a terrible time in all our lives, in my life anyway. Anyway, so there we go. I've actually had fun playing this in half an hour, whereas the hour plus I spent, the hour and 20 minutes, whatever it was, in World of Tanks, it was just... Yeah, it reduced me to the point where I was swearing at the screen, and if you get to that stage in World of Tanks, then just take a break, and that's what I did. I went away, and I did something else, and now I've recorded this, and I've actually had fun. So there we go, mission accomplished. So if you enjoyed this video, you can hit the like button, you can leave any comments below, you can subscribe to my channel, and as always, stay tuned for more.